After raising bucket calves for years and wanting to farm full-time, my brother Ryan converted what was once a multi-purpose building on my family's farm into a calf barn where he utilizes technology to efficiently raise more than 900 dairy calves a year. It's a pretty neat operation, so I thought you'd enjoy a peek inside.
I was just thankful enough to be born on a farm and just lucky, I can say. I mean, just always what I wanted to do, and finally got things set up right enough. Worked about 8 years in a factory and built up enough money to where I could decide how I was going to do this and make a run at it.
He utilizes a two-step process and technology to manage all these calves by himself.
I go out to local dairies once a week and get some delivered in from a guy, and I start them over here in the individual pens for a couple days. They're roughly about anywhere between 1 day to 5 days old. And I keep them in here for a total right around 7 weeks. Once they're drinking good and sucking real good, I move them over here to the surge machine that I'm using over here. It can handle about 50 calves and works real nice. You can monitor on a computer how much they ate, how fast they ate, and it's a really efficient way to raise calves.
Ryan has the calves a total of 16 weeks, or when they're a little over 300 pounds. Then they go to be finished out. In the middle of the barn is an office per se. That's where the machine at the heart of this operation, the Westfala Surge automated bottle feeders, are. He dumps bags of formula into the top, then inside hot water is mixed with formula in a blender, and a hose takes it out through the office to a nipple inside the calf pen.
You put a collar around them, take them and push them in once in the morning, once at night for 2 or 3 days to train them. It mixes it up for them. I'm feeding mine right around 6 liters a day right now for the bull calves, and they'll get 3 to 4 meals throughout the day, whatever they're entitled to. And on the machine, you can sit there, you can program each calf differently, you can put medication on it. I'm running 2 machines now. And you can run them and put medication into one if you need one, if you see one seeking, and each calf can be fed different depending on their size. And if you put some younger calves on, you can start them up real slow, and you can tell how fast they drink, which you can spot right away if one's getting a little slower. Most likely they're getting a little lungy. And also you can tell how many break-offs it had in a day, which is the same thing. You can tell if they're starting to get a little respiratory trouble. And a lot of times on this machine, I can catch them easily early.
This spring, Ryan added on to the building and expanded the operation. He was lucky enough to find a used automated feeder just like the one he had.
I started off, like I said, I had 2 sides to it, just for one side of the machine. Had set the other side up when I did remodel it, set up for if I did want another machine. All I had to do was pour the concrete and get the machine. And that's finished now, so I'm going to be running 2 machines. And I'm going to be doing these over here on individual pens. Basically, once I get these all filtered over to here, I can have 100 to 110 over here at maximum. Then I'll have 48 over here, so I can run up to 150, 160 calves over here if I need to be. But I want to try to average about 120, 130 in a group.
So why did he decide to expand?
Well, I started off with 1 machine to make sure that's what I needed to do. And after about 3 or 4 groups, I realized how nice it was. The calves come off a lot better, usually a little bit heavier on the gain than what they are, and the calves are always a lot healthier because always usually had 450 calves in here and 50 to 52 on the machine. And I did some trials myself, weighing them as they came in, as they came out, and monitoring how everything went. Usually they get a little more milk powder on the machine, but in the end the calves have always been a lot heavier for the amount of money you put in them. You usually get a lot more out on the other end, and the calves, like I said, they've been healthier, they've been heavier. It just all saves a lot of time saves quite a bit of time on labor, because over here you can easily spend an hour in the morning feeding. After they're trained, after 1 week over here, they got a full bunk they can eat off of anytime they want. They got automatic water, and they got the machine to eat off of, so you can really go and save a lot less time.
That second machine also came with elaborate management software.
I can manage both machines into the computer, and I can monitor the calf. On my handheld on the machine, you can only do 3 days worth of information. On this here, I can track them the whole way through, and I can mark beside the calf management system I got now. I can monitor the calf from the day I put him on the machine to the day he was weaned. I can see which days he slumped down, if he did or if he didn't, if he stayed, how much he consumed, and at the end I can tell right down to the kilogram how many kilograms of milk powder he had throughout the thing, so you know total cost in it, and I can mark down which one, if I treated one, what I treat him with and what day. And I can print that off at the end of the group and have that to give to the next guy. He can look and see what he had in him and what days, like I said, if there's any sick or anything like that, you can tell all that on that calf management system.
Anyone who's ever raised calves is wondering, what about all those calves sharing that nipple? Wouldn't you have a disease problem?
Take them off about every 5 to 7 days and clean the milk out, switch hoses out, and turn the nipple every 2 days to keep it so it lasts longer, and also wipe it down. Plus take it off and disinfect it all every couple of days and put it back on. That way there isn't no big buildup for germs there to spread to the next ones.
And when he's not busy feeding calves,
I got a laptop for Christmas from my in-laws, and I can go and got wireless internet out here. Once I get done feeding in the morning, I can go through, check my banking, look at all the grain markets on there and see what things are doing and be set for the day.
this isn't his only endeavor. He has a hoop barn directly behind this building where
I custom feed with Big K Mills at Fort Recovery over there, and right now I got 130 head of 350 pounders in here. I custom feed from feeder to finish for them.
he might be my brother, but he's also a young farmer that's utilizing his resources and technology to make it in the agricultural industry and continue the family farm.